In fact, our president is right here, joining me at the front of the room to evaluate Luis's speech. You can evaluate Luis's speech. Maybe. Might as well. Here anyway. Okay. Stop Brown, folks. Stop Brown.
The question we were all hoping Lester Holt would ask last night: are techies racist? Luis came out here, he addressed the audience, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. Are techies racists? See, this is how all of you would have started your speech. And this is why Luis is smarter than everybody else in this room, because he didn't start his speech that way. He came out here and he opened with a hook. And his hook was a joke. It was hilarious. He came out here and was like, I have a confession to make. I'm a techie. And the pause, the use of the pause for the joke was great. He came out with the confession line. Everyone's interest was immediately latched onto you. It builds intrigue. And then you hit him with a punchline. It's a great prototype of what joke delivery should look like. Everybody laughed. And then you went into the introduction of your actual subject. We're going to talk about, are techies racist? What can we do about that? The structure of the whole speech was fantastic in that way. The conclusion was also great. The structure, you had the intro, you had the 3 points, then you had a conclusion. Simple, very effective. I thought some of the other stuff that you did very well was your use of space. You were kind of all up and down. You made a very effective use of this new classroom structure and really engaged people on both sides of the room. There were a couple moments where you had some really nice vocal energy, and it came out a number of times. You were saying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars when your energy went up. Tech is stuck in the past, etc. You were really focusing on vocal variety in the speech, and I thought there were other opportunities for you to do more with it. I felt personally that your voice, for the majority of the speech, kind of stayed in one area in terms of your pace, in terms of your volume, in terms of your energy. And I feel like the issue when a lot of people try to work on their vocal variety and they don't understand what they should be doing, the answer is you should be writing your speech differently. The speech would have been much more effective if you had a couple of anecdotes inserted in between. When you're talking about how Hispanic people tend to be shyer, you could throw in just a little 2-sentence story about your Hispanic friend, and then you can get up and do the character, or maybe your fiance or somebody, and do a little shy voice and get really quiet, or have a loud American get really bombastic. You can do a lot of that stuff, and that'll keep the audience's attention more. The other thing is energy. You should take a look at your written speech. If you've written it all out, and identify, highlight areas where you want to be high energy. And you can actually take a look at the debates last night, and you realize, the debaters have done this. Even though they don't have a script, they have the bullet points that they want to talk about. And they know when they're just talking about normal stuff, they want to keep it down to earth, keep it conversational, this is good. But then when they want to talk about the wall, and we need to build the frickin' wall, and they get really energetic about it, or what was Trump talking about last night, like NAFTA. Gets really energetic about it, it hits home with people. So do that kind of stuff. I have more notes, but I'm out of time. Thank you.